So in this video, we are going to discuss about GST. So goods and service tax has been introduced in India with a view of providing a uniform tax structure across all parts of the country. It as it is a one tax in place of all taxes on goods and services. That means all indirect taxes are merged into one tax, and that is known as GST. And it is a uniform tax across all states of the country. Thus, GST earns the slogan of one tax, one nation, one market. GST is expected to generate additional tax revenue for the government, increase tax compliance, and reduce tax evasion. So, the basic structure of GST. So, basically, there are two types of transaction: intra-state transaction and interstate transaction. And when a businessman will do any intra-state transaction, that is also known as within the state transaction, in this case, GST will be divided into CGST as well as SGST. And if there will be any interstate transaction, then CGST and SGST will be combined as IGST, which is popularly known as Integrated Goods and Service Tax. Okay, so in case of interstate transaction, entire tax will be given to the central government, and in case of intrastate transaction, the tax will be divided half for central government and half for state government. Okay, so input tax will be given at the time of buying goods, and output tax will be collected from the customer at the time of selling goods. So goods and services have been classified into different categories. So each category of goods carries a specific rate of taxation. And there is a category of goods which is tax exempt, considering the needs and means of poorer section of the society, and which are also known as essential goods. So for essential goods, there will be no tax. So these goods are fortified milk, fresh fruits and vegetables. So on these particular goods, government is not imposing any type of GST. But for coffee, tea, spices and electric vehicles, they are charging 5% tax. And butter, frozen meat products, Ayurvedic medicine and spectacles, they are charging 12% tax. And pasta, pastries and cakes and detergent, they are charging 18% tax. And simultaneously, automobiles and dishwasher and vending machine, they are charging 28%. So now we are going to learn about typical characteristics of GST. So three typical characteristics of GST must be noted. That is, GST is levied at each stage of value addition. Okay, whenever the goods will be sold, so businessman will charge GST. And GST focuses on the supply of goods rather than their production. Tax is levied as and when goods are supplied, and GST paid by the producers on the purchase of input is allowed to be adjusted by the producer in the payment of GST proceed to the government. So that means at the time of buying goods, businessman will pay GST, but at the time of selling goods, businessman will collect GST, and whatever tax he has paid at the time of buying, he will adjust that particular tax, and excess of tax will be deposited to government. Now there are few principal merits. Four principal merits of GST are as under. It is simplified tax structure, as it's a one tax for all the indirect taxes, and it's a uniform tax across all parts of the country. Since refund of GST on input is available to the producer only when the buy they buy input from the registered supplier, and it ensures a higher degree of transparency in business. Black money transactions are reduced. Being a uniform tax across all parts of the country, GST has enhanced size of the market for the domestic producers. and GST has raised government revenue as there is a higher degree of transparency in business. So all the indirect taxes are merged into GST.